Good morning. It's June 1st, 2017. What I'm going to do is show you well, first time I've seen it. It's a rarity. It's the first complete run. There are 52 issues in this volume, but the first two issues are detached. The volume is both front and back are detached. The binding itself is just in disarray. In fact, it'd be quite easy to disbound it and just sell the volumes separately. So two volumes are the first two, as I said, are disbound and are just in single papers type thing. I'm going to get torn off like that. The additional 49 in the interior are in very good condition, with just what you'd expect, some age spotting, occasional torn paper, discolored paper as far as it's not off-white. No, it's a good size. It's a good color. It's not brittle or anything. And the last 52nd issue is actually just the last page. Well, I'm going to guess when and it's purely a guess, that when the two covers came off, as you'll see on the first cover, there was a front page lithograph fold out of Ulysses S. Grant. It's there, but it's in pieces, and someone that one takes the time to have it redone. The pieces are there, but the back page, I'm going to say it just got lost. So let's go forward on this, shall we? One of the things I found interesting about this as I went through it, it starts in 1865, was that it starts off regularly, just regular papers you'd expect, of stories and such. And I said, as it gets further, you start to see the little inclinations of how they're finding that violence and sex in the day, is selling newspapers. And by the end of the volume, you're seeing tortures and murders in every issue, and accounts of the day of people getting trampled and nefarious things happening. I just found it interesting when I was going through it. Okay, there's the front cover. Here are the pieces of the parts of Grant's fold out. They said they'd have to be pieced together. Mr. Grant there. President Grant, sorry. Then you've got the first volume, 1865, the index, the first page, the subsequent pages. Also each one of the issues has self-made man. I was surprised to see many Massachusetts senators and many presidents. At least two presidents, I don't want to say many. Here's the second volume. Second issue, sorry. Interesting skin diver scenes. Remember, this is from 1865, so even hard hat divers were not common. Speaking of president, is that Andrew Jackson? Yep, Andrew Jackson. Okay, now we start to get into where the volume is actually still bound. So they said we're in the fourth issue at this point, and we're starting to see just little snippets of, you know, things that have happened in the modern day. You must have missed the front page. I did, yeah. Volume 3. Just little snippets of what was to come. You know, at one point, you know, all these newspaper men, Bonner, Leslie, Beadle, they all were to do one thing. I mean, they were sell papers and make money. And when they did find something that started to sell, they improved on it. There's a murder of some type. What I try to do from this point forward was to Indian Massacre. What I found interesting about this picture here is of the senator from Tennessee that Beatles did a complete issue on. W.G. Brownlow, and we'd actually have that one up for sale on the site, but I think that's the same picture that they used on the front. Certainly looks like it. Separated them by issues. Stone Cemetery. This is the first one I saw. I'd expect to see that like in a police gazette or something. It's a woman that's suffocating somebody, and let's go with her brother standing out there to the side. They wanted something he had. Sort of Indian circumstances. There's some spotting in here. There's some small tears on the edges. think there's one page that actually does have a tear through it. It's complete. Someone's attacked the zoo. Didn't fare well. Drunk or dead? Dead. What you're seeing that does show on, I've got a picture of it on eBay also. This is listed on eBay. I just did it prior to making this video, and it does mention the video in the auction. I'll give you the auction number at the end of this. There's a fold out at volume 2, but it has some tears also. Volume 2 starts at 27. Next. I'll tell you what, that paper is just, you know, I said about the color of the paper. I guess I was meaning something like this down here. The paper's off-white. Surprising for 1865. What's that make it? 135, 152 years old. mouse is dead. As I said, it's got 1 through it's 1 through 52. 52 only has the first page. The first two, as I pointed out, the first one is completely just detached from the binding completely. I didn't realize that number 2 is actually still on the binding, most of it. So perhaps the first page is missing. I mean, missing, but not attached. Still, for being as old as it is, this is the only issue I've ever had in the first 100 issues. I just sold a large group of what we had collected from three actual collections that people had when we bought the collections. I think that this is probably not the only one. I can't say that without knowing it, but it's certainly one of the few that are out there that have the complete first run of the 50. Seems like I'm going quickly. We are only allowed to put 15 minutes worth of tape on, so try to get a chance to see. If you have any questions or you have anything of interest, you can contact me at imaginationradio@hotmail.com. You can go to our website, which is www.imaginationradio.com. Send a message through there. And of course, it's listed on eBay, so you can send me an email. eBay inquiry there. The item number is 222-531-578-385. And one of the reasons we put this on YouTube is because you can stop, look, magnify, whatever you'd like to see on it. If you had questions, as I said, imaginationradio@hotmail.com, www.imaginationradio.com, or the item number is 222-531-578-385, underneath OTR Imagination Radio. So, here's 52. And there's the end. I said it only has the first page of that. Any interest, give us a call. Hope you like it. Take care.